Hello everyone, this is TSET ABCD and welcome to another Catan video here on my channel. So playing my 10th and final placement game for season 8, and in this game I am in the first position. So let's take a look at the board. Yeah, noticing that there is not a lot of ore available apart from the 9 and the 10 tiles. Quite a lot of wheat and decent amount of sheep available. Yeah, not a lot of wood and brick either. I mean, average brick, pretty good brick to be honest. But yeah, not a lot of wood. Based on that, I think 693 seems to be a pretty good first placement. I can point to the right and go towards the 3 to 1 port as well. When it comes back to me, I should have some wheat spot open because wheat is so spread apart. I think I should be able to get access to it. Yeah. So if I go for 693, let's see what everyone else goes for. I think 8 5 10, 6 5 11, 9 5 10, 6 4 11. So yeah, maybe something like, yeah, not sure to be honest, but I think something like 6. Okay, I'm going to run out of time, so let me just place a settlement here. I think at the very least something like 9 4 11 might be open for me, which will give me access to the to some wooden brick. Maybe 9 10 is open, and I don't think that would be a bad choice here, especially with coordinated nines. Yeah, so 8 5 10 is picked up by orange, which seems to be a pretty decent pick. Maybe I would have considered something like 8 4 10 or 8 4 3, but 8 5 10 is pretty good as well. And now I think for red, yeah, 9 5 10 seems quite nice. And yeah, because red either gets access to 9 10 11 and can play a overweight sheep game, or red gets access to either 6 4 11 or 8 3 4 with the access to the to the wheat port and the 3 to 1 port. Seems quite a good setup here. But this is exactly what I expected. Like if somebody goes for 9 5 10, I can go for 9 12 here, and I thought somebody goes for 9 5 12, I can go for 9 10. I mean, blue here can get a very decent strong setup to be honest. Something like 9 10 2 6 5 11, double or double sheep, although the second sheep is just the 2 tile, and a very strong wheat, also some wood. Yeah, I would have, I think I like that setup quite a bit. You can give up on the 10 over and even go for 9 4 11 to have some wood and brick, but I still like something like 9 10 2 6 5 11 for blue. Yeah, and then red will go for 6 4 11. Wow, this I did not expect. Because how do you pair? I mean, what do you do with all that brick? Maybe go for 6 4 11 with the access to the brick port. Yeah. And then, I mean, if blue goes for 6 4 11, red goes for 9 10 11, and orange goes for 6 5 11, then maybe I can consider something like, yeah, actually, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I go for 8 3 with the option of going for the sheep port, or do I just go for the other 8 3 and start with a road in hand, get a settlement on the 3 to 1 port? Okay, yeah, this is expected. So now blue will focus on the brick port. Yeah, so I mean, with blue's placement, I don't think blue can win this game easily. Do have the brick port, but then they are completely dependent on it. And I think maybe orange is enticed to go for, exactly, this is what I was going to say. Maybe orange is enticed to go for something like 5 4 11 so that they get access to some brick here. This gives me the option of either going for 6 5 12 or 6 3 11. I like 6 5 12 here. Start with a dev card in hand. I can point to the left. Pointing to the right doesn't make any sense. Orange already starts with a road in hand, so they will be able to plow me immediately. And maybe I can plow red to the wheat port. That would be quite nice here. So here maybe I offer a trade like this, or maybe I even offer a trade like this. Give up on a dev card just to get a road in hand. Yeah, I know this might not be the most ideal move, but because once I get a settlement on the 9 12 spot, I have a pretty good setup here. Yeah, and now red is solo targeting me, which, I mean, it's not like I had much of a choice there. I mean, red is still very, very strong with their Orvi cheap. If 9s and 10s roll a lot in this game, red will have a very, very easy game. Yeah, I mean, I think blue can buy a def card here, or might want to hold on to those cards. I'll just end my turn here. Not much for me to do. Yeah. So this will give red a city. Yeah, luckily blue isn't accepting here. Okay, so blue is accepting any trade if they get an ore. Okay, so blue here gives red a city, which is Quite scary to be honest. With a city on, I would have considered 9 5 10 as an option. Okay, sorry, 9 10 11 as an option. Okay, the 6 sheep being blocked is hurting me a little. Yeah, and these 9s and 10s are going to be very scary because red now has a second dev card in hand. Red should get a city easily as well. I mean, at the very least, if nothing works out, I will be able to get a dev card on my turn. You're not sure what blue is thinking here. Yeah, I was just going to say blue to not spend so much time, but looks like it is what it is here. Here, do I go for a dev card? I don't think so. I mean, I would also like to get a city here. So hopefully orange rolls a 7. Yeah, it does roll a 7. So orange loses out on a few cards. Orange will most likely block either the 10 sheep or the 9 ore. Okay, so if yeah, for solo blocks red, I don't mind that at all. We'll get a brick from blue though. Here I do have a city in hand. I'll do a 1 is to 2. A 1 is to 1 doesn't help me in any way. Yeah, another 6. So I mean, let's see. I will try and get a settlement here because getting a settlement is quite nice. And blue is going to ask for an ore. Oh, sorry, ask for an ore. Luckily, it doesn't ask it. But I would have rejected that offer. Yeah, I'll improve my ore production here and end my turn. And these 6s have been rolling quite a bit, which is pretty good for me. So now a 9 will actually give me a couple of cities. Sorry, couple of dev cards. That said, I think red will play a dev card here, play a knight and target me, or roll the 7 and will target me here. Okay, solo blocks orange. I'm not sure what red is thinking here. Okay, so now maybe for actually I don't need a 5. I need a 6 to roll and I will be able to get a settlement on the wheat board. Here, hopefully I roll a 7. Okay, there is no brick in the game. I mean, yeah, 4s haven't rolled in quite some time. Okay, with that 9, I can buy a couple of dev cards here. I get a road builder. Okay. Actually, that is pretty good for me because now I can easily get a settlement on the 6-2 3-1 port as well. Steals a sheep. Okay. But with that 4, I think blue will be able to. Okay, blue will accept this trade. I don't think blue should be greedy at all. Wow, doesn't accept it. Surprising. I mean, I can do a trade for wood and for wood instead of for brick. I don't have any brick here. Yeah, blue will accept this trade. I think it is quite a strong trade for blue. Blue is thinking about it. Okay, in the end, just buy the dev card. But that makes me feel like red here has a road builder in hand. Yeah, and I think red getting a okay. Blue has to block the 5. I think that is quite an obvious choice. And I can straight away mention this. I know orange has a brick in hand, and I'm not sure. I mean, blue has a couple of bricks in hand, but it is up to them what they want to do here. So So blue has made of use of 2 bricks here. So most likely I will be targeting orange with this non-block offer. Okay, blue accepts it. But if that is the case, then I will target red here. And hopefully I get a sheep. Okay, I get a wheat, which doesn't help me too much, but it is what it is. So blue accepted that trade, and now let's see if I get this trade. And even if I don't get this trade, I think I'll still play my road builder. Actually, I cannot play my road builder, right? Because I played a knight this turn. So yeah, I'll hold on to these cards. Okay, the 10 block here is pretty good. I mean, hurts red a little. So red will play a knight most likely. Or maybe if they want to play a road builder, they will hold on to their cards. Wow, doesn't play a knight. Maybe red does a 4:1. I think red will play a road builder here. Yeah, does a 4:1 and holds on to that card. Wow. So here I think I just have to play my road builder, secure the 3:1 port, and we'll get a settlement on the 2:1 port. So now my wheat production is quite decent with the wheat port. I should be able to get a settlement on the 3:1 port pretty easily. I don't want to give up a wheat here. Yeah, here, I mean, 9 over is an easy target. Maybe blocks the 5 sheep. Okay, it does block the 9 over. I think that makes sense. Yeah, and yeah, sorry for this noise. I don't know. Some. Yeah, my upstairs neighbors are doing some work here, feels like. But now I would like another 6 to roll. That way, at least I'll be able to do a 4 is to 1 and get a settlement on the 3 is to 1 port. Okay, with that 5, let's offer a 1 is to 1 first, but then I'll keep on upping the ante there with a 2 is to 1 and a 3 is to 1 as well. I don't think so. Red is going to accept any trade here exactly. How about a 2 is to 1 this way? I think here red might play a monopoly on sheep. That's unfortunate. Red having to give up all those cards. Okay, so because blue accepted that non-block, I think the 6 sheep is going to be a target. Okay, solo blocks orange. Okay, so yeah, I did predict red having a road builder there. So at least I'll be able to get a settlement on my turn here. So do I buy a couple of dev cards or do I just go for a second city? Here, I mean, if I do a 4 is to 1, I cannot get a dev card. And instead of getting a. I'm not sure. I mean, the 6 2 doesn't help me too much. It is a good settlement spot for me, but at this point, I think I need to get dev cards. The benefit of getting a city is that 5 and 6 are not going to be targeted a lot. But yeah, here I think I'll just go for a couple of dev cards. I think I need to focus on dev cards here. Yeah, red here has to block the 6 wheat. Or doesn't even target me. And is still targeting red. Sorry, still targeting orange. I'm not sure why. But yeah, red here could easily be on 7 points. And I will immediately play my knight, block the 10 wheat here. Okay, so that is good. I can buy another def card or I can just go for a settlement here. And I think at this point getting a settlement seems pretty good. Especially because I was able to steal a rare brick from, I mean rare for me, but quite a lot of brick available with blue. And a 6 rolls here. So I think maybe a monopoly on sheep is quite possible, to be honest. Okay, maybe monopoly on wheat is also an option. Yeah, okay, plays a monopoly on sheep. I don't mind that because I do still hold on to a city in my hand. But I mean, that was a good monopoly. Okay, red is going for a. Okay, 2, 3. Wow, 4 def cards that turn. That is amazing. So, I mean, for me, I will get my city here. I think that was an pretty obvious choice. I cannot get the longest road here. I mean, I can try. Let's see if I get trade here. Or maybe a 1 is to 1 is fine as well. Because then I can get the longest road and the largest army in one turn. Okay, orange accepts it. So that is just game over at this point, right? Yeah. So a quick game here. Yeah. I do win my final placement game. I mean, also I would like to say sorry because I did miss a couple of videos over the weekend. Uh, yeah, but I mean, I was past week was with work was very busy, and I also had a few plans for the weekend, so I could not record quite a lot of videos. Yeah, only won for that game, but yeah, and also I think it gave me some time to get away from Catan as well because losing 9 games in a row had been a little taxing. But yeah, here I come back with a victory, which feels pretty good on my final placement game. So yeah, red was able to get 2 dev cards, or sorry, 2 VPs, and blue had 1 VP. I think the road. I think all of my cards helped me. Like I needed the largest army. I was able to get the road builder, which helped me, which was a crucial part to getting me to the longest road. And yeah, getting the city. I mean, sixes and nines did roll quite a bit, and fives as well. So I was getting sheep as well. So yeah, overall a pretty easy game for me because of all those sixes and sevens, and sorry, sixes and nines and fives. Also, three rolled on a couple of times, which was pretty good to get word. The amount of resource income blocked is only one, I think. Maybe 1/6. Yeah, well, 6 sheep was blocked only once. I wasn't robbed at all, like only once. I don't know why red had been targeting orange quite a bit that game. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's take a look at the leaderboard here. So I start on 1306 rank, which is not bad, but obviously not good at all. And yeah, my win percentage is only 10%, but hopefully I can get back to winning ways and continue with this win forward. Bye for now and see you again in the next video. Bye bye.